In tonight's show, Sarah takes us through the new Boatshow 41.1. One of the biggest changes ever to the marine radio frequencies is happening now. If you're watching this, the Auckland On-Water Boat Show has started and you need to be there. If you want to win an Olympic sailing medal, then we suggest you take a look at Murray's Bay Sailing Club.
Here we are today out on the Waitemata Harbour having a look at the new Boatshow 41.1. It's just arrived from the factory in France and we're going to have a look at it today. I've just come aboard and I'm going to show you the first really cool thing about it is that when you've got on board, all you've got to do, close the garage door. So let's have a bit of a look around the cockpit now we've come on board. It's got one of the biggest cockpits of its class. One of the really nice things here is this really big distance here between the two wheels, so very easy to get on board, get all your stuff on board. This boat has been spec'd up a little bit. It's got carbon wheels, so if you're feeling a little bit racy, that's an option you can get. Got a pair of twin helm stations. Both sides we've got the B&G instruments here, your chart plotter and all your other information here. Great thing about this is instead of having to reach through the wheel when you're sailing, just touch it down here, really handy. That can be synced in with your iPhone as well to be fully connected. Everything really clear, really simply laid out. We've got the seat down the back here if you want to sit down while you're driving, or if you're having a party, that just folds down and away you go. So the interesting thing about this from a racing yottie's point of view is it's only got 3 winches, and you think, how am I going to sail this with only 3 winches? Well, the answer is very simply. It's got these 2 big primaries here, so this alternates between the main sheet system and the jib. So we've got one of those either side, and we've got a winch up on the cabin top for halyards. So we'll move through our nice big cockpit here. There's plenty of room to have all your friends over for a drink. Nice teak on the seats here, teak table, leaves fold up. And then coming forward here, we're looking at the only other winch in the cockpit, which is this one up here, which we use for halyards and also for reefing. So really simple process for the reefing. All you have to do is just put the line on there, and then you can either use the handle if you want, but probably not. You'll probably be using this new Harken winch feature. We've got an electric winch here, so this is the off position. Turn it round, we've got 2 speeds, fast and slow. Turn it on, put it on, away you go. So the other significant feature we notice here is this big arch, which is not only supporting the Dodger, which has got great visibility with these huge windows all the way around, and then also there's a kit with this boat, so you can also have a bimini running right back to enclose the entire cockpit. But the other thing it does is it gets the main sheet system right out of the cockpit, gets it up here on top. And so one of the things that Boatshow did is they're thinking about safety, especially trying to get rid of a traveller that's going back and forth. They're trying to get all that rope out of the cockpit where there might be problems. And so they've mounted it up here. Instead of running a bridle system, this has running a German main sheet system. Traveller block here, running forward, splits, and then is sheeted aft. And that keeps everything nice and clean, nice and safe, and controls the load really well and doesn't put so much pressure on the boom. So there's plenty of space up here on the foredeck, but you probably won't ever end up coming up here because main comes down here into this lazy bag, so that's all no one's up here needing to flake. A couple of other innovations up here, that this is an option to have a self-tacker for the jib. It means a slightly smaller jib, but it means that it makes that system a lot easier back in the cockpit. And then up forward, we've got our jib on a furler. We can also have a Jenniker on a furler if you want to be running a Jenniker if you did decide you wanted to race. And also, of course, the full electric anchor winch.
Up next, most of the VHF marine radio frequencies are changing. Coast Guard tells us all about it.
Hi, it's Ray here from Coast Guard. There's an important message to remember about the marine VHF channels that are changing on or around the 1st of October. For information on those channels that are changing, go to retune.co.nz. It's important to remember that you don't have to buy a new marine radio, and channel 16, the Maritime Distress Calling channel, does not change. As I said before, you don't need to buy a new radio, but you do need to go to retune.co.nz to find out the channel changes in your local boating area.
Ford made a great car. Mag and Turbo made it my car.
For 30 years, Boating New Zealand has delivered the best local coverage of launches, trailer boats and yachts with local boats and local conditions. Boating New Zealand from shops, supermarkets, service stations and subscription. Subscribe for the super low price of $87 and get 12 copies of New Zealand's #1 boating magazine, plus get free access to the online version of the mag. Download the Boating Magazine app now from iTunes or Google Play, free on tablet, computer and phone. Subscribe now for this very special offer. Go to our website or ring 0508 692 628 to subscribe now.
It's bigger, it's better, and it's back. The 2016 Auckland On-Water Boat Show. Come and enjoy New Zealand's largest and most extensive boating, fishing and adventure water sports show. 4 days with over 200 exhibits. Talk to experts, see the latest launches, yachts, trailer boats, marine equipment and more. Get everything you need to be on the water this summer. There's something for everyone. Come and make a day of it. The Auckland On-Water Boat Show. Viaduct Harbour, 29th of September to 2nd of October.
Ford made a great car. Mag and Turbo made it my car.
Welcome back. The Auckland On-Water Boat Show is on right now.
It's bigger, it's better, and it's back. The 2016 Auckland On-Water Boat Show.
We've always been known as the big boat show, but we have a lot of trailer boats now as well. We've also got a lot of recreational activities, which I've talked about before, but it's the whole supply chain of boating. So it's whatever you need for your boat to get it going, we've got it. This year we have actually put a lot more of the have a go activities. We've got a treasure hunt for the kids. We've got spot prizes for them. So we really do hope that this year people will see it as a family show as well. There are lots of have a go things, so they can get out sailing, jet ski and power boats. On Saturday, Sunday we've got the Navy boat here as well. We open at 10 on every day at 10, and then till 6 every night, or until 5 on Sunday. For the first 200 children through every day get a free set of binoculars. For the main prize, it's a picnic for the family valued up to $100. So the children can take the family for a picnic. To walk around the show, we actually say it can take you all day. It really can. There is so much to see here. We've got a great group of companies that we work with. We've got great support by our suppliers, our stakeholders and our media people as well. When we say we are the largest boat show in New Zealand, it's actually because of there are just thousands of people involved in making this happen. And I feel very, very privileged actually to be able to work with all of them.
Come and make a day of it. The Auckland On-Water Boat Show. Viaduct Harbour, 29th of September to 2nd of October.
Up next, part 2 of the impressive Benetau 41-1.
So just coming down now into the cabin, we've got some good grips here for stability. The other thing about these stairs is they're at 45 degrees, so it's a really easy get down. There's no turn around, come down the ladder backwards. The other thing is they're slightly curved at the end, so if you're heeling, you've still got a really good foot position if you want to come downstairs and make yourself a cup of tea. So speaking of cup of tea, here we are in the galley. Plenty of space here. It's got these great lockers here, fold down, hinge down. We've got cooker, nice big sink, and in here, big fridge freezer unit. So because this is a production boat and you're ordering from the factory, you can choose what internal configuration you want. The agency have decided to get a triple cabin configuration with a big double forward and twin cabins aft, and with a single head. Nice big, plenty of room here for your guests. We've got plenty of light coming in. One of the really nice features is it's not only light from overhead, this big window here that's letting in light from the cockpit, but there's also a nice little window forward, so you can lie here in bed, looking out here at Rangitoto in this instance. Plenty of light coming in there, just above waterline level. So this configuration, it has just got a single head with a shower. It's semi-ensuite with one of the back quarter berths. So you've got plenty of room here with a shower, toilet, sinks, nice view out again, nice light and bright with this nice light oak. So down below here in the nav station, forward in the main cabin, great thing about this, eye level windows. Don't have to be standing up to see this fantastic view. Even if you're a short person, you can still see out the window. So you've got everything handy here. There is a handheld VHF comes with the boat, but also we have the VHF unit here and the controls for the stereo. And then here in the nav station, nice hydraulic ram lifting that up there for charts and information here. Close that back down. So if you've got a boat like this, you're probably going to be doing quite a lot of entertaining. I think your friends are going to want to come over and have a drink with you. So plenty of room to sit here. One of the other nice things that's making the interior so light and bright is not only all the windows, but also they've chosen for the interior to be the light oak and also these torque panels, so it's not all like being in the inside of a tree. Really nice, light and modern looking. Nice light oak table, and this particularly dinky feature, stop your wine bottles from falling over. You can just keep them standing up in here, so they're always handy for top-ups. So again, in this configuration, they've chosen to have a nice head-forward double, so there's none of this getting in backwards. You can just hop in as if you're in a hotel. Semi-walk around, so easy to climb in the sides. Nice low windows looking out at the view. Plenty of nice hatch above you for plenty of light and plenty of hanging storage either side. And in this pull-forward locker here, lots of space in there too. Beneteau is the biggest manufacturer in the world of production boats, and you can see their skills and experience in this boat. There's a lot of cruising comfort, there's plenty of volume, there's lots of storage, and plus the sailing systems have been thought through to make it safe and easy to handle. And it will perform too. Beneteau has removed more than 600 kilos from the previous model without compromising on any comfort and still making the boat easy to sail and fantastic experience to use. And at a starting price of just 390,000 New Zealand dollars, it's an awful lot of boat for your money.
It's time for Alistair from Club Marine to take us through how to trim your boat.
Going right back to basics. We're talking about tilt and trim on your engine. Now, most guys think it's just for the end of the day. When you pull your boat up, you trim your engine up. But while you're driving, it is a critical part. So, we're just in gear now, accelerating. We've got it trimmed right in at the moment. So that's going to dig it in, and we're going to accelerate up. Now, what happens as we increase speed, we're pulling the bow up. We want to get that lift the bum up. So by trimming the engine up, and you can actually hear it changing as we do, and the speed going up. So lift the bum up. So it's running a lot more efficiently and faster. Now, if I pull the trim in, which means pushing the engine down in towards the back of the boat, you'll hear it digging in, and at the same time the bow's going. See, you can hear it now, and it's actually harder to control. So while you're fishing or while you're driving or while you race up down the river, whenever you're on the boat, what we want to do is play with your tilt and trim. It's interesting because every boat's different, so you'll have that sweet spot you want. So with mine, it's about 3/4 trim, but you can feel it there now. It's starting to open up and it's running beautifully. So don't be afraid of your tilt and trim. It's a vital part of getting that boat running as fast and efficiently as you can. So just experiment, because every boat's different. And you'll save a bit of fuel as well.
Ford made a great car. Mag and Turbo made it my car.
For 30 years, Boating New Zealand has delivered the best local coverage of launches, trailer boats and yachts with local boats and local conditions. Boating New Zealand from shops, supermarkets, service stations and subscription. Subscribe for the super low price of $87 and get 12 copies of New Zealand's #1 boating magazine, plus get free access to the online version of the mag. Download the Boating Magazine app now from iTunes or Google Play, free on tablet, computer and phone. Subscribe now for this very special offer. Go to our website or ring 0508 692 628 to subscribe now.
It's bigger, it's better and it's back. The 2016 Auckland On-Water Boat Show. Come and enjoy New Zealand's largest and most extensive boating, fishing and adventure water sports show. 4 days with over 200 exhibits. Talk to experts, see the latest launches, yachts, trailer boats, marine equipment and more. Get everything you need to be on the water this summer. There's something for everyone. Come and make a day of it. The Auckland On-Water Boat Show. Viaduct Harbour, 29th of September to 2nd of October.
Ford made a great car. Mag and Turbo made it my car.
Welcome back. The Murray's Bay Sailing Club has a reputation second to none when it comes to young sailors.
So we were formed in 1959 and we've been at an old club next door since then until a year ago. So the maths on that, about 60 odd years. And we've just moved into this brand new purpose-built facility for the future. Yeah, so we've got a really rich history of success at this club. Basically the who's who of yachting have been through Murray's Bay Sailing Club. We've got Olympic champions, world champions. And so we do have, you know, the third and fourth generation. I'm a third generation. My daughter now sails here as well, and my other sons. So our Learn to Sail program's aimed at typically a 9 to 10-year-old child with zero sailing experience. We take them from the A to Z of sailing, what a boat's about, water confidence, being able to swim with a life jacket on, get to see how to read the wind, how to look at a sail, how to trim a boat, how to tack and jibe, all the basic manoeuvres. And the next step is our Blue Fleet, which is learning to race. And so Learn to Race is basically, again, it's a taste of how to set up for a race, doing the racetrack, doing the starts. Particularly the starts, probably the most difficult thing for a child to learn. Our focus is 9 to 19, really. That's our core focus, to teach those kids how to excel internationally at sailing. We were really proud last year. We had 9 of the 14 people in the New Zealand team from Murray's Bay Sailing Club. And the Optimists, we had the top 3 in New Zealand at our club. Yeah, it's pretty good to see kids that have learnt to start to sail, can start a race, win a leg, then win a race, then win a championships, then win a world champs. To see that from A to Z is pretty refreshing and pretty inspiring, actually. It's really good to see. You name most of the top New Zealand sailors, they've been through this club in one way or another, either as coaches or as young kids, or now as parents bringing their kids back to the club. You know, we've got guys at America's Cup all the way to the top. We're a 24/7, 365-day-a-year club. If you come down here on the day before Christmas or the day after Christmas, there'll be people sailing here. Maybe on Christmas Day we take a bit of time off. The heart and soul is the families, but it's the mums and dads. It's a volunteer club. Everyone pitches in. We were the top youth club last year. We had more Olympians and Olympic coaches in the 2016 Olympics at Rio. I can't see anything changing in the future. I think we're looking really strong, really good. We've got the best facility that we've ever had now. So yeah, long may it continue.
Safety at sea is vital, and there's nothing more dangerous than trying to cross a bar.
Bar crossings are a high-risk boating activity, even for the most experienced boating. There are 3 types of bars. There's dangerous, there's very dangerous, and there's extremely dangerous.
There are some great fishing spots just outside some of our rivers and harbours all around New Zealand. Many of these rivers and harbours have sandbars, which can be tricky to cross. In fact, several people have had close calls or even lost their lives trying to cross the infamous Manukau and Whakatane bars. If you're heading out across a bar, make a call to Coast Guard first. By filing a bar crossing report, we put you on a bar crossing watch, and if you don't respond after the prescribed time for the particular bar you're crossing, then search and rescue procedures are initiated. A bar crossing report can save minutes or even hours of waiting in cold, choppy water if the worst were to happen. If you haven't crossed a bar before, check out our Coast Guard Raising the Bar seminars, where you can get tips on the things to look out for, or seek local knowledge from your local Coast Guard. Alternatively, head to coastguard.co.nz to find out more information.
In part 2 of our look at Auckland's famous mullet boats, it's the turn of Ron Copeland and Nomad.
I've always been interested in mullet boats, been sailing in them since I was probably 13, 14 as a baler boy. And then I ended up buying one of the top mullet boats when I was 15 going on 16, L-class Teatani. The Nomad had just been launched. I was absolutely taken with it. It just floored me. I never got it out of my mind. And so that was about 1967, and when I saw it at Westhaven. Then in the later years, when, as I say, I was mates would go and have a look at it, and I couldn't believe it. The decks were off it, full of mud. The centre plate worked itself down into the mud. In the end, we did a deal, and I bought it. So we towed it down to Auckland with the B and into Ngātaringa Bay where I live, and then pulled it up on a rickety old wooden ramp that was there, and put it alongside my shed, and set it up in frames, and 12 and a half years later. They were the poor man's Keeler really, and the rugby guys used to sail them. I would sail them in the summer and play rugby in the winter, and so they were affordable. But the Nomad really was the inspiration of the Corona Tamariki Teatani, and very good boat, a tremendous sea boat, and it was beautifully planked, and it was planked with no caulking in it. It was all fitted like a wine cask. This is the Dubry engine, built in 1924, and this is built out of Model T Ford parts. It's got a Model T piston, Conrod camshaft valves, and that, and it's a very historic engine. And that was under the cockpit floor of the Nomad. Well, the propeller on it's like, I've got it out in the shed. It's like a Tiger Moth biplane with 4 blades on it, one behind the other like that. And you line it up with the heel of the boat, and nobody's ever seen one like it. It can really sail, the Nomad. It's you know, it's a tremendous boat, and there's nothing like a mullet boat with in a decent breeze with jib staysail and a leader on the spinnaker pole. Yeah, it's still a very special boat.
White pointers are deadly, and so is this white pointer, an alloy fishing boat with triple outboards. Having the right comms gear is vital. Patrick from Coast Guard takes us through what you need. We take a look at another of Auckland's boating clubs. This time it's Te Atatu. We take a look at one of the best, simplest and cheapest ways to get out on the water and go fishing with nifty boats. And of course, much, much more when Boatshow.tv returns. See you next week.
made a great car. Mag and Turbo made it my car.
For 30 years, Boating New Zealand has delivered the best local coverage of launches, trailer boats and yachts with local boats and local conditions. Boating New Zealand from shops, supermarkets, service stations and subscription. Subscribe for the super low price of $87 and get 12 copies of New Zealand's #1 boating magazine, plus get free access to the online version of the mag. Download the Boating Magazine app now from iTunes or Google Play, free on tablet, computer and phone. Subscribe now for this very special offer. Go to our website or ring 0508 692 628 to subscribe now.
It's bigger, it's better and it's back. The 2016 Auckland On-Water Boat Show. Come and enjoy New Zealand's largest and most extensive boating, fishing and adventure water sports show. 4 days with over 200 exhibits. Talk to experts, see the latest launches, yachts, trailer boats, marine equipment and more. Get everything you need to be on the water this summer. There's something for everyone. Come and make a day of it. The Auckland On-Water Boat Show. Viaduct Harbour, 29th of September to 2nd of October.
Ford made a great car. Mag and Turbo made it my car.